What if a single speech could topple a dictator? In 1989, Romania's Nicolae Ceaușescu stood on a balcony, waving to a cheering crowd until screams shattered the illusion. Want to know how it led to his execution on live TV? Don't miss this. Imagine standing in a freezing square, shoulder to shoulder with 50,000 others, forced to cheer for a man you secretly despise. That was Bucharest, December 1989, under Nicolae Ceaușescu's iron grip. For 24 years, he ruled Romania with an iron fist, but his kingdom was crumbling. Did you know his secret police, the Securitate, had eyes on every street corner? You couldn't whisper a complaint without risking arrest. Food was scarce, power cuts were constant, and fear was your daily companion. Here's what most history books gloss over. Romania wasn't just oppressed, it was suffocating. Ceaușescu's obsession with paying off foreign debts starved his people. How do you survive when your leader builds palaces while you queue for bread? The pain was real, and it was personal. Maybe you've heard the Romanian Revolution was just another 1989 uprising, like the Berlin Wall's fall. Wrong. It was bloodier, messier, and far more dramatic. It all started in Timișoara, a spark that became a firestorm. A priest, Liszt, when they tried to arrest him, locals fought back. The regime's response. Soldiers opened fire, killing dozens. The news spread, and suddenly, Romania's fear turned to fury. Ceaușescu, desperate to save his image, called for a massive rally in Bucharest on December 21st. But what he didn't know was that this rally would be his biggest mistake. Here's where the Romanian Revolution takes a wild turn. Ceaușescu steps onto the balcony of the Central Committee building, expecting a hero's welcome. But the crowd, your neighbors, your co-workers, your friend, stands frozen. The cheers pre-recorded. Can you imagine the audacity? Faking applause for a dictator. Then, chaos erupts. Screams pierce the air, not part of the script. Demonstrators break through barriers, storming toward the building. The cameraman, trained for this, tilts to the sky. But it's too late. The world sees Romania's dictator unraveling live. Ceaușescu tries to salvage the speech, promising wage hikes and pensions. It's like throwing coins to a sinking ship's crew. The crowd doesn't buy it. After the speech, thousands refuse to leave. They spread through Bucharest, shouting for freedom. Ceaușescu, enraged, orders his army and Securitate to crush the uprising. By morning, bloodstains, Bucharest's streets, hosed away by water cannons. But here's the twist. Ceaușescu thought he'd won. He believed the protests were crushed. But before dawn on December 22nd, hundreds of thousands of workers marched from factories to the city center. And then, the unthinkable. Soldiers and police, ordered to shoot, join the protesters instead. Ceaușescu's power crumbles as the people take control. This is where Romania's story transforms. Ceaușescu and Elena, pale and shaken, flee by helicopter as protesters storm the building. They land in Targovict, betrayed by their own pilot and abandoned by the military. A bicycle mechanic drives them to an agricultural institute, where they're locked in a room and arrested. On December 25, 1989, the Ceaușescus face a military tribunal. Accused of genocide and stealing billions, their defiant Nicolae laughs. Elena screams. The trial lasts 2 hours, a formality. The verdict, death by firing squad, immediate. Against a barracks wall, Nicolae sings a line of the Internationale before the shots ring out. Romanian TV broadcasts the execution, proof the dictator's fall is complete. Before the revolution, Romania was a prison of fear. After, a nation reborn. Imagine going from rationed bread to voting in free elections. By May 1990, Romania holds its first free vote since 1937, and joins NATO and the EU in the years ahead. Historians call this the bloodiest 1989 uprising, with over 1,000 lives lost, but a legacy of freedom won. So, what's the lesson? Courage can topple even the mightiest tyrants. The Romanian Revolution shows what happens when you stand up. Want to dive deeper into stories like this? Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Comment Romania history below if you're ready to uncover more hidden truths of the 1989 uprising.